pound vest. I can only imagine if it was 100 pounds, but it makes me want to do some movements and training.
What's up, fight fans? This is Couldve with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Errol "The Truth" Spence. The doctors weigh in on Errol Spence's vision-saving torn retina discovery. When it was announced that Errol Spence Jr. had sustained the retinal tear and he would not be able to fight Manny Pacquiao on August 21st, there was a collective sense of disappointment. However, there should have been a feeling of relief, as the injury being discovered ahead of time may have preserved the career of one of the sport's brightest stars. During a pre-fight medical examination, doctors with the Nevada State Athletic Commission discovered the tear and recommended emergency surgery. Spence flew home to Dallas and had the surgery 2 days later. I was telling the doctor, let me fight this fight and I'll get the surgery right after. Doc wasn't having it, said Spence in an Instagram post showing his bandaged eye. Of course, going through with the fight was never a consideration, and it's a good thing the doctor wasn't having it. While the athletic commissions across the world often draw the ear of the boxing public, this finding highlighted the importance of medical oversight in the sport and was an example of commission acting firmly and appropriately. According to the Nevada State Athletic Commission regulations, fighters who wish to compete in Nevada must submit a dilated optical exam administered by a licensed doctor. The exam must be done more than 24 hours before the fight and is valid for 1 calendar year. This may sound like a no-brainer for commissions to require, but in a list of state medical requirements compiled by the Association of Boxing Commissions and the Competitive Sports, there are a number of state commissions who either do not require an eye exam of any sort or do not offer confirmation that they do. Okay, now, let me counterpunch on Spence. I didn't hear what he said before about, hey, let me just fight this fight and then I'll get it after, so at least he tried to bargain with the doctor. But look, if it comes down to your eye or a fight, that fight got to go. I mean, because looking and seeing things, enjoying things, what good is money like that if you can't really even see it or really enjoy it? You can enjoy it in a sense, but you can't even see your accomplishments. You can't see your trophy. You can't see anything. You don't want to be without sight due to something torn. And I was able to tune in on the Boxing Voice, and they had Abner Mares as a guest speaker, and it was a panel of guys, who you are, that was on that particular video, and Abner explained it the best way I could see it, because I really didn't know what it meant as far as eyes, because I don't know a lot about it. But he gave you a great example. He was like, imagine, well, he had a detached retina. Okay, so his was more severe than Errol Spence's, but all of them are the same. Look at his detached retina is wallpaper coming down. Okay, so wallpaper coming down, and you have to put it back up and it'll heal. That's what they're doing. Now, tear, I think you're tearing or you're replacing the wallpaper that is up, the membrane that gives you sight. They have to repair that tear, and that takes a while. So nobody really knows. But I like the way he explained it, because then I could see like, oh, okay. So, because see, in other words, if the wallpaper, so to speak, the membrane walls fall, you can't see it all, and you can't detach it. You can't pick it up and put it back. So, that's one of those things where people that know what the hell they're talking about can tell me something. Just like someone that never had COVID can't tell me about COVID. You know what I mean? Like, you have to have someone that actually experienced that, like Abner Mares did, And it just shows you the desire that Errol Spence had to want to fight. But like, hey, no, you can't fight if you got this happening. But I will say this again, and I said this before. Somebody must have caught him with one serious punch and damaged that eye like that, to develop that type of tear. So he must have been getting it in and sparring a little bit too tough, a little bit too hard, and you really look at, though, the rumors that he was getting the business, which really was just going in. The sparring partner was just really very competitive, which he should have been, because you're going to fight like you spar. So if you're sparring shitty, slow, sluggish, you're going to fight shitty, slow, and sluggish. Okay. So I'm glad that Errol Spence, he went through with the surgery. I'm glad that, people pulled rank and people just didn't want to push him out there because, he lives to fight another day. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Errol Spence wanting to fight regardless of the tear in his eye. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.